I never liked the Cassiope. Don't ask me why. It's a design that my brain cannot connect with. But that's okay. There are so many people that love it, it'll be just fine if one degenerate doesn't go with the flow. Leave it to SKXMOD to turn it into something absolutely nuts. This is the Digi Tuna, and it's as big as you think it is. It might even be bigger than that. Full disclaimer, this was sent in to me for free from SKXMOD. It was too wild for me to pass up. Free opinions are cheap, so it goes without saying to take everything I say with a grain of salt. Let's start from the beginning with a quick unboxing. You get all of the obligatory stuff one would expect, but the icing on the cake is all of the extra goodies, like tools and some swag. Things like this are unnecessary, but it's a good touch and a good attention to detail that makes the overall experience a little bit better. Here are the dimensions. The Tuna case is well known for its good lugs, so despite the size, I personally find it wears surprisingly well. Don't get me wrong, it wears like a goddamn oversized hockey puck, but as far as oversized hockey pucks go, it's manageable. Keep in mind I also have almost 8-inch wrists. It's a blessing and a curse. The base module here is found in the 2100 series of G-Shocks. With that, the watch has all the functional bells and whistles of a modern G-Shock like solar charging, Bluetooth connectivity, and the typical feature set we're all used to. Unlike a typical G-Shock, this comes with a sapphire crystal, a ceramic bezel insert, and BGW9 Superluminova. Regardless what your thoughts are on the design, I think the hardware is a complete upgrade. The 2100s go roughly on average for around $400 new, and this Tuna goes for $370. It ain't cheap, and I'm not saying that it's a good deal, but considering the objectively better specs, it's certainly an alternative to consider. There is one possible downgrade if you care about audible beeps. Because the case is so substantial, it more or less completely muffles the key tone and alarm. You can hear it if you put it right next to your ear, but any practical application is gone. Substantial is certainly the right word to call the case. Let's take a closer look. At the top, there's a 120-click unidirectional bezel. Pretty standard stuff, but all good. The clicks are clicky and the backplay is non-existent. Unlike other Tunas I've handled, giggity, the scalloped edge texturing is easy to grab. Moving on to the side, the 4 pushers have been modified to these knurled ones. As a fan of knurled texturing, I can get down with it. I associate this style with precision tools, and that's the same feeling I get here. On the bottom, we've got a little Easter egg tuna can design, which shows me that SKXMOD is just having fun with this thing. My one gripe here is the lack of drilled lugs. The way that this case is designed, it makes it more difficult than usual to get to the spring bars, and that's an issue that could be easily resolved. As a warning, if you plan on getting this watch and you plan on installing a bracelet, make sure the end links have an opening where you can access the spring bars. If you install a bracelet without spring bar access, then it will be stuck in the lugs and you'll have no way of removing them. I almost made that mistake. But for the rest of you, the included FKM strap is probably more strap than you'll ever need. At almost 4mm thick, this thing is thicker than a bowl of hot Latinas and certainly fits the overall theme well. The keeper does a shit job of keeping, but that's expected with metal keepers. It does look super cool though, so I'll allow it. I love shit like this. It's so over the top in a way that goes against the boring trend of conservative sizes, and it's just shamelessly fun. Is it something I'd buy with my own money? Hard to say. Objectively, I can say the quality is there, and based off of that criteria, I would not be disappointed if I did. It's just a smidge too thick for me, so buying it would purely be as a novelty for the shock value. I don't know if it's possible, but if it was the same thickness as an actual Seiko Tuna, then I'd say it would be considered a Tuna and Arnie killer. That's a bold statement, I know, but this thing is solid as fuck, and I said what I said. Overall, I can confidently say that my experience with this free watch was nothing but positive, so do what you will with that information. But that's all for now. Stay classy. I sure as hell won't.